Well, in order to answer that question, I would definitely have to go back to, well, I mean, the start of the pandemic, basically, because that was when we were kind of affected with everything that was going on in terms of lockdowns and everything that also applied to our school. Well, I would say it affected me in that way that it hindered a lot of my plans that I initially had. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to, well, execute those plans that I had in terms of, well, traveling abroad, for example. Well, I would definitely say that the answer to that question pretty much, well, can be found in what I've said previously. The mere fact that I wasn't able to go abroad, I was really concerned whether or not the possibility of going abroad was even possible, because every country, even though that we are in the European Union, every country had their own safety precautions as to mandates, passports, and whatnot. Some universities were more strict than others, and yeah, vice versa. So that was pretty much it. That made me kind of doubt whether or not I would be able to, well, begin with my Erasmus trip this year. Well, in relation to my home institution, so in terms of filling out paperwork and everything like that, there was absolutely no problem, because I would even say that it was status quo regardless of the pandemic. But the challenges that I faced was not so much from my home institution, because we still had active Erasmus programs and contracts with other universities, but it was more, a private matter, whether I really felt, somewhat brave enough, if you will, to travel to another country, not knowing exactly what safety precautions were required of me. So that, question can be answered pretty simply. None, because basically I wasn't able to go abroad, so I didn't really face any challenges. Maybe you can say, indirectly, because, given the fact that I was hindered, I had some challenges. But, me staying here in Poland and not traveling abroad, meant that the host institution basically didn't give me any problems, really, in reality. So the only problem was the pandemic, you could say. You know what, I would say, given the fact that we've had COVID, in our country, and that we've somewhat managed to get it under control right now, when I look back as to how it was previously, the first years of COVID, I could definitely sense that it had an impact. Simply, looking at the number of Erasmus students that we had. Previously I was used to hearing different languages in our school halls, English, French, Spanish, the drill. But now, there was a lack of it, and I kind of, came to the realization that the pandemic definitely did its thing in terms of limiting the number of potential Erasmus students that we could have had here in Poland. So yes, that's it.